in terms of inspiration, what do you get from, what did you get from New York that you don't get now, or the other way around?
I mean, you do get inspired when you're on the road and you're on the run, but I think when you're moving around a lot, I personally find a lot of inspiration being at home in New York and in Brooklyn. It's where my friends are, and I just feel inspired by the city, so yeah.
You once said that about Coney Island, you said that it's a place people go to escape. What is currently your place where you go to escape?
Actually, I go to Glasgow in Scotland. It's where my best friends are now, just certain musicians, and I go stay with them when I'm not touring. So that's kind of something funny that's happened. I never used to go there, but now.
How did you get to meet those people?
We met, they're a band called Cassidy, and we just met, I think, online, and then started to talk and just really like each other's music, so yeah.
You were born in 1986, just like me.
Oh, really?
But a lot of the imagery you use in video clips and in live performance as well are from way before that.
Yeah.
Where does that come from, that thing?
I think a lot of the reason why I chose the clips from like the era of the 50s and the 60s is mainly because I actually just liked the quality of the film that the directors used during that time. It's not so much about the message of the clips that I used, like in terms of the videos, if that's what you're talking about.
So it's just about the images, it's not about what they represent?
Yeah, it's more about what strikes me visually, just what I find to be beautiful. And that is that leads my narrative. Like, I don't have a very strong narrative going throughout my songs. It's more just what appeals to my eye visually. So.
Can you explain what that is? What an image needs to evoke a reaction with you?
Well, I mean, like, it depends on the clip, doesn't it? Like, there's different things. I mean, one of the reasons why I chose Tim's clip, Tim, who's from Holland, he shot all the, the clips of the kids by the swimming pool for video games. Like, I felt that the spirit of the kids he shot embodied the same energy visually that my song did sonically. So they were a perfect match for each other. So I felt, that, that's one reason why I chose that clip. And also I liked the colors, the muted greens and the blues. They reminded me of summertime, but because they were so faded, it also lended a sense of nostalgia. And, then there's also other clips like of the actress that I used in the movie Paz de la Huerta, who I just thought was the right person to put in the movie just because she's someone who really enjoys her fame, and like that's visible. So that's just, again, it doesn't really make sense. It's just I just like it.
But it's a subconscious choice then?
Yeah, it's a subconscious choice. Sometimes I do things more deliberately, but often I'm just guided by my intuition.
Is it an image has to reflect the energy of the music?
Yeah.
Gives it?
Yeah, but it could be as simple as like just the color scheme of the film, or I don't know, just the way someone smiles in a certain clip. It doesn't have to be like directly related to the lyrics.
But people are always searching for a meaning.
Yeah.
Perhaps there is none.
Yeah, like there's a meaning in it in the way that it meant something to me, and that's sort of the extent of it.
That should be enough.
Well, I think it is for some people.
About your songwriting, what are your recurring obsessions as a songwriter?
My reoccurring obsessions. I guess my strongest reoccurring theme is honoring love even when it's lost, and I guess just staying strong in the midst of true love lost, and staying hopeful and soft even when things get really difficult and hard, as they do for everyone. So like thematically, that's something that I find like comes up a lot, which I didn't realize until I started doing interviews. And yeah.
About that, doing interviews, what did you learn about yourself that you hadn't seen before because you hadn't discussed it so much?
Well, I mean, I guess you start to understand how people see you. Like, you start to understand like how people see you right off the bat without knowing you, and just how the choices you make can create an instant impact, and what that is, like with the visuals and the music combined. And some people really love it, and some people are really turned off by it, but everyone's different, and yeah.
What the thing that happened with video games, that it turns out to be so a huge success, and that you have to tour more now, but you also have to deliver an album in January.
Yeah.
Do you have enough time?
Yeah, I do. I mean, because I'm ready. Because I've written the album, and I knew exactly what I wanted for this album. I need time to work on the production for the last quarter of the album, and then to go through the mixes of everything, which is sort of tedious. But I do have time. Although I'll be like mixing on the road while I'm on the road.
So you're too busy to take time for yourself the next couple of months?
Well, I mean, taking time for your art is taking time for yourself, isn't it? It's a big gift, definitely. Yeah.
One question, because we don't have too much time. Lana and Lizzie, are they the same people, or do you reserve some characteristics for the one and some for the other?
No, they're very much the same person. Like, when I started singing, I just considered what I was doing an art project. Like, I was I was writing songs and making videos, and I just considered, it to be an art project. And in 2008, I was going to release my first album under Lana Del Rey, but because it got shelved for 2 years, I waited. And then, so it looks like there's a big gap in time and a jump from like 1 year to another, but really, it was always the plan to just sort of create a sonic and visual world that I found to be beautiful. But it's the same person, just a different name.
And how much of that shelved record resonates in the record that's coming up?
Well, a lot of it. My inspirations are the same, and I still use like a lot of orchestral influences. Like, I'm working with the Philadelphia Orchestra, and I'm also like, I bring in some hip hop beats like underneath the soul. I did the same thing for the last record. It's just sort of the next step. So I feel like it's the same. I feel like very much in the same vein of what I always like to do. So.
You're 25 now?
Mm-hmm.
How far do you plan ahead?
How far do I plan ahead? These days, not far. Because I sort of did everything I wanted to do, Like, I made this record that I really like, and I made this video for Born to Die, the new single, 2 weeks ago. And now that those things are coming to be finished, I feel like really satisfied. So everything that comes at me now, I just take it day by day. So,
That's the way to go.
Yeah, it's the way to go. You're welcome.